Hi everyone, I'm back. I took a pause. I did a little rental renovation in my kitchen. I switched rooms around, offices. I got a little bigger space for my crafting, but I did it all on my own, and it took me a minute to organize the craft room. I did some painting in the kitchen, added some cubbies. It'll be up on my YouTube video also. But real quick, we are going to do my first one in a month. We're going to do a wreath. You see, now you don't get to see all that mess. All you get to see is the little cubbies right there, which I love. Less mess. So we are about to start this wreath with this piece I bought from Dollar Tree. You know, I wanted to buy it for 2 years ago, but my Dollar Tree didn't have it. So this year they have it, and I bought it when they bought one. So I'm gonna make it work. No, it's a hit or miss in some of these Dollar Tree stores. The next thing I have here is a hula hoop, which I will be removing the plastic of it. This is a little tricky right here because it's like glued on, so to speak. Like there's a tape in the back. So it's not as simple as you think when you start to remove it. It's simply not. Excuse me. As you can see, it was hurting my fingers and my thumb. Wrong way of doing this. I was going to paint it, spray paint it. There you go. It was fighting me back, in all honesty, to remove this. I was going to paint it black, spray paint it, but I like the color. It doesn't matter. I still like the color on it. Next thing you'll need is a pool noodle. Look at me showing all my legs. See, I didn't even realize it. I had shorts on. A pool noodle. I slit it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to cover that piece right there. I'm going to keep the little rocks in it. And this is where I'm going. This is foundation for the flowers. This is what this is. This is where I'm going to place the flowers at. I'm going to tape the edges up, as you can see. They're open. And they'll be open unless I tape them. Now, find a way to put this hanging on the loop. You want to make sure that this head is right in the middle of the loop. Okay, let me tape this first of all. And this, you don't get to realize how big are these loops. They're really big, and after you add the flowers and all that, it's like really big. So even though I got a bigger space, but my table's not big. Just gave it one. That's it. You just don't want it to open. You do both ends. Look at me with my leg. Oh, Lord. I've been trying to catch up. I did a cooking video because, as y'all know, I have a cooking channel called Cooking with Nora. So I've been really working hard this summer. I go back to work in 2 weeks. So I really use my vacation to fix this place up. There you go. You don't need none in the middles because it stays closed. Now to find a way to add this onto the loop. Hoop. Loop, hoop, hula hoop. I found it. I made a hole right there with a nail and a hammer. The top, it already has a hole on top, which has the ribbon on to hold. You see? That's simple to make a hole in, that quick. So I got these floral wire. I got red, I got purple, I got black. Every time I see something that I know I'm gonna use a lot of, I get them in every color. I loop it. Make sure it's long enough so when I do both sides, not one is. You want that skull head right in the middle of the hula hoop. That's what you want. You'll give it a little twist on top. You're just gonna give it a twist. You want it to look like one wire. I should have fast forwarded this. This don't make no sense. Now you got the top done. Now do the bottom piece. Yeah, so I did my kitchen, a little rental friendly renovation. I have a lot of cooking utensils and pots and gadgets that wasn't fitting correctly in my kitchen. If I had to get the mixer, I had to go to another closet and get it. I wanted everything in the kitchen, make it easier for me when I'm baking and cooking. So it took me a whole month because I did it by myself. And luckily I was on vacation, so I didn't get to do anything but renovate and situate and organize. So I'm twisting it now. Now we're going to add it on to the hula hoop. Make sure it's straight. Got this light right in the middle. I didn't realize it. So you're just going to loop it on, twirl it, wrap it around. It was tedious work doing this. It was just the simple things. A lot of simple things. A lot of simple things that make your finger hurt and your thumb. You want to make sure you secure it, that it doesn't move. I'm just giving it a little twirl. Here's the background. That's my son. So, secure. You know it's secure when it's giving you a hard time to just shift it over a little bit. So. See, there you go. You can't even see it. Well, I can, but you know what I mean. So, I should add a little extra foam just to make it even. But it's going to look even anyway because I'm going to put the flowers starting from the foam, which is the inside. You know what I mean. And one mistake I did here, I should have added this gold lash. That's what I should have done. I should have added it on lash. But y'all add it on lash. Because it's when you're moving it around to put the flowers, it's like moving all over the place. So I think that's what got me really tired. And when I finished it, I had to secure it again because it was like, again, it was moving all over the place. So you do that last. You know, when you do these projects, you live and you learn. Okay, now. Again, these are the floral wired. Okay, what I'm going to add on, these are flowers I have from another arrangement that I took apart. But, you know, I never throw anything away. That's my problem, if I say. So I have these, but I also bought new ones. I also got some beautiful ones. I'm going to add the new ones last. I'm going to add the old pieces I have first. And then whatever is missing, or any little corner I see the orange, I'll just add on. Because it doesn't make any sense of me using these new items, and I still got those old ones. But look, I have a skeleton, a styrofoam skeleton I bought from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna do a really nice one. That's my next. Look at that. That's garland. I bought them in 3 colors. And mind you, why I buy them, and even though I may not use them, but I could use them for something else. You know. Look at that. Oh, and I bought the trees, the Halloween trees. So I'm going to add those on also to it. And I believe I have little purple lights. I think those are I'm going to do the skeleton head, the tree, and I did my magnificent styrofoam head. I'm going to add that onto the wreath, but that won't be videotaped. That's just going to I'm just going to post the pictures. That's it. So again, I'm going to start the flowers from right there. Some of these flowers still got the stem to them, so I'm just going to not glue, but stick them in the foam on the pool noodle. And when you gluing this, just hold on a couple of seconds for it to really, because especially my glue gun is a hot glue gun. It eats the foam away. I got burned 2 times with this glue gun. Really bad. You see when I tell you I'm gluing it at the end close enough to make it look like half, not less than half of flowers. And again, you got to hold on to that flower, make sure it dries up, the glue dries up. And I'm not, when I'm gluing all these flowers, I'm not doing it on I'm adding pieces all over because I'm not really sure if I have enough to cover the whole pool noodle. So I'm gluing them to different parts of the pool noodle. Because if I do it all in one side, I may not have enough for the top, and that's going to look funny that I have other items glued onto it if it's not the same. So I all over, not just that one spot, up and all the way up, if you know what I mean. So I want to make sure I have enough of these flowers. And if I start gluing it from one spot, look at that pretty. I may not have enough. Like I said, I'm not really sure if I have enough to cover the whole pool noodle. I got a whole bag full. And here you go. I don't know if you can see the orange spots. That's because I didn't have enough. That's all I had in reference to the flowers. And it's really big. Now I'm going to add these little cherry, I don't know what you call them. I'm going to add them to the spots that I see the orange. And I'm not adding a whole lot of glue. I'm just like dapping it because this glue is very hot. And what I should have done, I should have had a stand with a wreath holder on, so I won't have to be picking this up all the time. And it was a lot of glitter on that table. a lot. I'm showing you all up. This is what got burnt twice. You see, those you want them to stick out. So whatever those and the other piece I have there that are old pieces don't cover, then I'll use the new pieces. Those are all the ones I'm going to add on now. You see, when I say that I should have added on the skull at the last minute, after the flowers were on it. I want it to look full. And I'm here talking. I did a voice over because I tend to talk too much. And those also. I had those for about 4 years. But because I'm not into Halloween like that, into decor, I just kept them there. But I'm decoring for Halloween. Just add them on. Here you go. You see? And I added on the little trees, the black trees onto them. Those are in the bag also. One thing I didn't realize that one side was going to be heavier than the other. Yes, I made a boo-boo. But that's okay because you can still adjust it. When you put on the wreath holder, you're going to put it on the foam. That's what you're going to do. Not on the hula hoop itself. So now to the new stuff. It's just to cover what I think I see the orange spots at. I'm not using all of this. I'm cutting them up. And I have some ribbons, but I'm going to use the ribbons on my magnificent wreath. The downside to all this glitter is it's all over the place. See, that red just gives it a pop of color. I'm just going to keep adding on these pieces where I see anything orange. And it's a little, not so much heavy, but yeah, you see? It's big. It's a big piece. This is good for outside doors, inside doors, wherever you want to put it. Guys, thank you for watching. And here you have a wreath for about $10. It won't normally cost you a lot more than if you buy it ready-made at the store. And it's all Dollar Tree items. until our next video, which most likely be my tree, my Halloween tree. I think I'm going to focus on that, my Halloween tree. And then I'll do my skull. Until our next video, guys, thank you for watching.